on today's episode of Clown World.
Now, trust me, I know I'm not the only one with this struggle. This is all of America. $70 worth of groceries. $70. Are you kidding? Bro. I'm going food shopping at Dollar Tree from now on. I swear to God. Thank God. At least I don't have kids. Hold on.
$70. That's what $70 gets you in Bidenomics. Things are good. Things are great. Things are grand. Things are wonderful. Even though that's every single one of you, that's you shopping today. Only in Clown World are things amazing right now. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Zeducation and welcome to another episode of Clown World. We're again. The message is things are amazing. Things are getting great. Things are better. Jobs are back. Blah, blah, blah. But things are not amazing. Things are not great. But I need you to accept that, okay? Because that's what we do here on Clown World. If you cringe, you lose. That means you have not accepted this. You're not being a good little sheeple. You're not ignoring things right in front of your face. So, on today's game, if you cringe, you lose. But first, before we get to today's game, as a reminder, TylerZed.com, we are running a 50% off all merch for the next week and a half. So if you need a Christmas present, need a birthday present, or you need a hat for yourself, maybe a sweatshirt, maybe a coffee mug, head over to TylerZed.com, 50% off everything. And the store won't be open again until next spring, so make sure you get what you want now. If you are ready for today's game, head down and like this video. And if you are new here, please make sure you are subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now on to today's game. If you cringe, you lose. Go. Are we living in a simulation or just New York? How's he doing? Live streaming? What the? Is that guy live streaming? What the hell? Is this like the new thing? They got the panhandlers on each corner, and then now we got the streamers on each corner? Oh, man. No, I just have to say, this is not... Clown World is everywhere. The simulation, you're just in the capital. New York City, LA, they kind of have they're tied for the capital of lunacy. Queen Classic, Fat Bottom Girls dropped from band's greatest hits collection for younger audiences. New greatest hits tracklist aims to introduce Queen to kids. And if they have that song on there, that's going to offend people because 2/3 of the country, 70% of the country is overweight. That might offend people. Yeah, I already cringe. I lose. This is really stupid. Great song. Phenomenal song. Classic. Sorry it hurts some of your feelings. I'm sorry. Not this audience, of course. I know that. Beef emits 31 times more CO2 per calorie of food than tofu does by cooking so many cows. Humans are cooking themselves too. Foregoing steaks may be one of the most efficient ways to reduce our carbon footprint. Ordering a 16-ouncer tonight. And I swear to God, I'm going to do that in honor of this stupid article. And I hope you join me. I hope you do the same thing. Homeowner arrested after trying to evict squatters from his own property. Wow. Squatters, they have a lot of rights these days, and that's a true thing. Pretend you're going to rent a house, don't pay rent, become a squatter, and you'll probably get to stay there for a very long time and not have to pay anything. That's just the world we live in today, Clown World. California median income and house price. So we got a nice little active chart here. Ooh. I want to say it's pretty representative of the country as a whole, too. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. There's lots of reasons for this, of course. But, yeah, that's not sustainable. That's all I know. I mean, we could keep going in this trajectory, but most people are never going to own a home then in the future. Never, ever, ever, ever. Sad. Sad, really. Bidenomics. Things are great. Don't forget it. Socialist scholar Cornel West owes $500,000 in taxes. As he's preaching about taxing the rich and what a hilarious joke. And hilariously, too, I bet he is in the top 1% of wealth. I'm pretty sure he's written books. He was a Harvard professor. You know, made a lot of money. And there you go. Snake oil salesman. Richmond, north of Richmond, punches down. No surprise, the right wing loves it. Punches down. So criticizing politicians, rich men north of Richmond, Washington, D.C., is punching down. Of course, only in the Guardian US would they write this garbage. Great song, by the way. Truly. Secretary Anthony Blinken. Congratulations to new Pakistan interim prime minister. As Pakistan prepares for free and fair elections in accordance with its constitution and the rights to freedom of speech and assembly, we will continue to advance our shared commitment to economic prosperity. And it got fact-checked here. The U.S. State Department under Anthony Blinken on March 7th, 2022, encouraged the removal of Pakistan's previous democratically elected Prime Minister, Imran Khan. In April 2022, Imran Khan was removed from power and arrested. So, promoting democracy, that's the buzzword, right? We gotta protect democracy. While he didn't protect democracy, promoted against that, actually, and now is touting democracy. This is what our politicians do. This is what our government does. They don't actually care about democracy if you haven't figured that out yet. Fed Up Farmer deals with trespassing activists the country way. Oh, if you know what that is, you know what that is. Oh, hell. You know what? He's got to get the work done. He's got to fert them crops, man. He can't fert them crops. These people are sitting there, so they got to be in the way. Oh no. I just got to see when it starts. Oh, jeez. Ooh. Here's some ideas for you, though, you guys. If you have these stupid, ignorant lunatics, these activists out on your property, just, don't let them get in the way of your work. Get your work done. They're the ones trespassing, so you got to get the work done. And you're getting it done. So is what they get. They chose to be there. So from the Telegraph, UK birth slump dubbed good for planet as number of babies born hits 20-year low. Birth rate slump in West will address overconsumption, former government advisor says. It's going to bring a lot more problems too, just FYI. So, it's get rid of the CO2. Oh my gosh. Yeah, have fun with the other problems.
Sexuality expert claims parents must ask permission before changing their child's nappy. Deanne Carson believes consent must be given by the child before their dirty nappy is removed. Here she is on the ABC suggesting how to go about it.
I'm going to change your nappy now. Is that okay? Of course, the baby's not going to respond. Yes, Mum, that's awesome. I'd love to have my nappy changed. But if you leave a space and wait for body language and wait to make eye contact, then you're letting that child know that their response matters.
But Ms. Carson has defended her comments, saying the idea around consent is about empowering children with their rights and protecting them from sexual abuse.
Yeah, it's idiotic. Just FYI. You get a 1.5-year-old that has a poopy diaper. I'm going to tell you right now that changing them, they're not going to say, yeah, go ahead and change my diaper. It's just not going to happen. You just got to change it for them because they can't make those decisions because they're dumb still. They're kids. They don't know anything. That's what happens when you're 1.5. I also have to point out, I don't think it needs to be pointed out, but the visual stereotypes, it's crazy how most of these people fit into those stereotypes. Just an observation. Paper straws contain toxic forever chemicals. Could be worse than plastic study. The paper straw that came in a plastic wrapper that goes into a plastic cup most of the time, while you're eating food that probably came in plastic bags and all that good stuff. Clown world. It makes you feel good, though. It makes you feel virtuous. Virtue signaling. That's what idiots. I called the cops when I found a guy living under my house. People are calling me racist. That's right. You can't get rid of squatters. You can't get rid of homeless people under your house shooting up drugs. Because if you do that, you're a bad person. Biden admin's latest home appliance crackdown. Ceiling fans. I just, get rid of the ceiling fans, the gas stoves, the coal-fired grills in New York City. What else I don't even know what else there is at this point. Piers Morgan calls out mother on live TV.
Reference.
Yeah, when did Hazel decide
that she was no longer going to be a girl?
Hazel decided that they were non-binary when they were about 4. They had been exploring gender before that, trying on different pronouns, experimenting with different names, but they picked they, them pronouns and chose the name Hazel when they were 4
Ari,
years old.
with the greatest of respect, I have a 7-year-old daughter, right? When she was 4 years old, her main decision of the day was whether to watch Peppa Pig or Frozen. She had not a clue what about gender identity or non-binary or any of this stuff. And I put it to you that this wasn't Hazel's idea, was it? This was your idea. You decided that Hazel had gender issues that she needed to address, and you persuaded your daughter that she was no longer to be a girl, didn't you?
All right, see, this is the good part about Piers. This is the part of Piers that I really like. He calls this stuff out, and he's right. What's the meme? It's like a vegan dog. We all know who's really making the decisions. Come on, only in Clown World, though. Is this a real thing in a lot of circles? Mass study published by NIH suggests N95 masks may expose wearers to a dangerous level of toxic compounds linked to seizures and cancer. Oh, whoa, guys. Wow. I can't believe this was actually written. Don't share this. Do not spread this information. I can't believe this. Disgusting. How dare they do science and report science? Portland schools mull banning zeros for cheating and not doing work. Equitable grading practice. There you go. Let's keep pumping money into the education system that clearly has not worked at all. Truly. For many, 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 many examples. Was it the LeBron James place? They had 0 kids pass math. Put in millions and millions of dollars there. Clearly that's not the problem. From CNN, 2 men in Uganda are facing separate charges of aggravated homosexuality, an offense punishable by death under the country's controversial new anti-gay laws. Fact check. One of these men is charged with raping a disabled man, and the other is charged with raping a minor. Did you put that in there, CNN? Did you leave that in there, or is that why that... And that's actually from NPR. The fact check is from NPR. Whoa. You just conveniently left that out, though. I don't see that anywhere in your tweet, so... It's kind of important information there. A little bit, maybe.
The devastating damage caused by Hurricane Idalia along the coast is a heartbreaking reminder of the human toll of the climate crisis. To those in its path, be careful, and please closely follow official advisories. My thoughts are with you and your families.
What did that get to? Category 3? If you guys didn't know this, Category 3 hurricanes did not exist. Those didn't exist before 2023. They exist now because of climate change. So, according to Adam Schiffler here, Harvard is named worst school for free speech, scoring 0 out of possible 100. Are we surprised at all? I'm not.
I just seen this post on Facebook where this lady showed us her mobile order from Walmart from 2020, and she showed us the price increases. Y'all, look at how inflation is taking over. It's crazy. Back in 2020, a pack of grape, mind you, every item I'm finna show you is great value, so it's not name brand. So I'm pretty sure all the prices just really went up on Walmart brand items. But back in 2020, a pack of turkey meat, 16 ounce, was $3.14. That same pack of meat is now $6.72 in the store today. Then she showed the actual breakdown of the price increase. That increased over 100%. $3.58 difference. Roll of ground beef was $3.46 in 2020. Roll of ground beef is now $5.47. Outrageous. More than 50% price increase. $2 difference. More than $2.
Yeah, we can go on and on. There's obviously a lot more there. You guys see it with your own eyes, your own 2 eyes. We're experiencing it firsthand. This is what happens when Washington, D.C. can't figure out how to spend money. Or can't figure out how to not spend money, I should say. Yeah, that's exactly what that person deserves. You know what? Get some like sugary stuff, whatever. Put some sugar in that little drink you have there. Make sure it gets sticky. And they have to feel that on their toes as they're walking for the rest of the day. That's what happens Inconsiderate people, man. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You suddenly racked in over 300,000 streams on Spotify on the first day of September, and mostly thanks to one country. Looks like thanks to the Philippines. The hell's wrong with you, Philippines? It's September, man.
Shrinkflation time. This is how Sobeys is hosing me this week. Never mind that this veggie tray, which was, $7.99, then $9.99, now it's $12.99. It's ridiculous. This is about the ranch dip that accompanies my veggie tray, which, is deceivingly small for this big hole that the ranch dip fits in, whereas just last week, the ranch dip was this big. In 1 week, we get less than half as much. Notice how it fits in the cavity to give you the illusion that you're getting the same dip, but you're getting half as much. Thanks a lot, Sobeys.
At a grocery store near you, $12 worth of vegetables. That is hilarious. Delta flight forced into emergency landing by passengers' diarrhea. Disgusting. Yes, they showed the aftermath on Twitter. Oh, dude, that poor flight. Found at a Publix bathroom near you. These are from junkies cleaning off their needles. Heads up, bring your own toilet paper. Dude, that just unlocked a new fear for me. That's disgusting. Can't they lock those up? Can't you lock up the toilet paper things? Keep an eye out for this, folks, I guess, if you're using the toilets.
Self. I spoke about emoji self recently, and a lot of you asked what noun self was, so let's talk about it. Noun self is a form of neo-pronoun where an individual will use a noun to replace a pronoun. So instead of using he, him, she, they, he, she, they will use a noun in place of that. Now, what noun can they use? Well, to be honest, it's really up to the individual, kind of like emoji self. Some people may choose a noun that best reflects their gender identity. They may use nouns that all have a similar theme, or they may just use a noun that they really like and enjoy the sound of, or the word. It's really up to the individual, and they can use as many nouns as they want. They can use multiple nouns, just like you might use multiple pronouns, or they may use just two pronouns to identify with or to be referred to. In that previous clip, I didn't mean two pronouns, I meant two words in place of two pronouns. So instead of he, him, they may use bug and bug self. Hope that makes sense. So as I just said, bug is an example that I will use. So if I was talking about my friend who used bug and bug self as pronouns, I would say, oh, me and Bug are gonna go head out for some pizza. Bug really wants to get pineapple on pizza. I don't really like pineapple on pizza, but it's Bug's favorite. And that's an example of how you would use noun self.
Next time I see an application or whatever, fart self. It counts, right? It's a noun. You can use, it's anything. You can make anything up out of the thin air, whatever you feel like. That's what it is. It makes total sense, I know. Talk about a tight squeeze for $500 a month. This guy lives in a pod in his friend's apartments.
So this is my bedroom. As you probably noticed, it's a pod.
A pod?
The door slides right open.
Dude.
And inside,
you live in a dog
much
kennel.
Just my bed. The desk, it folds up.
You're kidding me. $500 a month?
I've also been keeping
that isn't your
my
friend,
clothes
first
back
off.
Here. I kind of have some storage back there and underneath. So it pretty much holds almost kind of all my possessions. I do not own that much, so I'm probably an anomaly here. And then I guess one last feature, which I kind of like, is that the door slides right open. And here we are. It's a little small, and it is probably not for people who are claustrophobic. But what I kind of really enjoy about it is that I'm now paying about $508 a month in rent. And that's after considering the cost of construction. So for me, it really has been working out.
Come on, man. That's no way to live. You're living in a dog kennel. And again, that is not your friend. That's not your friend, dude. Charging you $500 like that? That's insane. California thieves steal wallet and keys from a council member while he was speaking to the public about crime. Mob of teens also forced Bath & Body Works employees to lock themselves in the storeroom for protection in Emeryville, California. Wow. a mob of teens. I just can't believe you're demonizing these teenagers. They don't know anything. It's just an accident. They didn't know that they're not supposed to steal. So stop demonizing them. Zoom CEO says employees need to be in the office because it's hard to build trust over Zoom. A leaked audio recording provides more detail on why the teleconferencing company is cracking down on remote work. So Zoom, the teleconferencing company, does not want people doing teleconference meetings anymore. It's amazing.
Fortunately, some members of the media
Some members of the media
use their platforms
to push their own personal bias.
to push their own personal bias and agenda.
What the hell?
Exactly what people think. This is
Dude.
extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Okay, this, I haven't seen this one before. What in the hell? This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. They're like, dude, how much more obvious is it?
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Alice Cooper canceled by cosmetics firm after opposing trans surgeries for kids. Damn it, Alice Cooper. You should watch Zeducation. I'm trying to help you guys out. If you watch Zeducation, you know that you're supposed to accept that. Otherwise, you're canceled. Obviously, I'm joking, you guys. This is insane. I'm glad he actually stood up for something. I'm not saying he hasn't in the past. I'm just saying most celebrities are just, they bow down with it.
Are in a silent depression. When you compare the Great Depression to today, this is going to absolutely blow your mind. In 1930, during the Great Depression, the average home in America was $3,900. The average car was $600, and the average monthly rent was $18 or $216 a year, and the average salary was $1,300 for the year. Fast forward to today, it is $436,000 for the average home, $48,000 for the average car, and the average rent is $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year, and we have a $56,000 income for the average American right now. So if you look back to the Great Depression, the house was only 3 times the average salary. Now it is 8 times the average salary. The car was 46% of the salary. The car today is 85% of the salary. And here's the craziest part. The rent was 16% of the average salary. It is now 42% of the average salary.
Amazing. Amazing. But things are amazing, guys. Things are just perfect right now. Don't forget it. We got an election coming up, and that's how you got to think. You got to listen to all these false narratives and take them as truth, even though you can see with your own eyes how bad things are. So I'm trying to educate you guys. From Google, can men menstruate? Having a period is not a feminine thing, and people of all genders menstruate. Google. What were we talking about? Regressive? Yeah, that's where we are. Judge rejects sorority sister's lawsuit blocking trans woman from joining. Court will not define a woman. College. Again, what did it... And not just college at this point, the judge, the justice system. They're afraid to define a woman. What the hell are you talking about? Trump's total charges could result in more than 700 years in prison. Now, I don't know. I don't care what you guys think about Trump. If you like him, if you hate him. This is insane. This is clearly a political witch hunt. It's got to say that. Rochester man given 180 days in jail for girls. Oh, there you go. There's a nice contrast there. Trump 700 years versus this guy. Girls, 180 days. Go justice system.
Boy, is it a good thing we stopped using plastic bags at the grocery store. Gotta think of the environment, right? I mean, it's not like these are in plastic. It's not like cucumbers are individually wrapped in plastic. Tomatoes on the vine, looks like they're wrapped in plastic. Oh, carrots wrapped in plastic. Literally taking fresh fruits and vegetables and wrapping them in plastic for no reason. Feels like plastic. Looks like plastic. Oh, lettuce. Wrapped in plastic. More plastic. It's okay to use the plastic here. It's just not okay to use the plastic bags at checkout. Makes sense, right? Cauliflower. Wrapped in plastic. I could do this all day.
One of the bigger scams. It truly is. But again, it doesn't matter about whether or not it's the truth or whether or not it really does anything. It's just there to make people feel good. There to make customers feel good. To make sure, oh, we're doing something, we're getting rid of plastic bags. When really that doesn't do much at all. So Yeah, everything's plastic. These guys are... Next. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket tests in Texas are emitting so much methane you can see it from space. But don't use a plastic bag. All right? My girlfriend and I spend just $50 a week on groceries by eating roadkill and plants. All right. Groceries are high. Food's expensive. Living, just being alive, is expensive these days. That being said, I don't recommend doing the roadkill thing. I don't think that's a good idea. Just gotta say that. California considers doubling its taxes. U-Haul literally ran out of trucks leaving California. There's many reasons for this, but yeah. You live in California and you love taxes, you're in the right place. Take a lot of your money. And they won't fix any of your problems. Trending, O.J. Simpson says 3 to 10 years wasn't enough of a sentence for Henry Ruggs. The math doesn't add up. That's right, O.J. Simpson weighing in on another football player killing someone in the sentencing that he thinks is too little. That's not a joke. That is not a joke. How'd you do in today's video? Did you cringe at all? Because if you did, you'll lose. And you got some work to do. If you don't change soon, you don't accept all this stuff as truth, as the new reality of our clown world, then you're canceled. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your pension. You're going to lose it all, man. You're going to lose it all. Let me know how you did down in the comments. While you're down there, please like this video. Please help us get it recommended to others. That's it for today's video. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Idiots.